and I'm very happy to share a few things with all of you, especially on research and data. So, here today, what I'm going to explain or I'm going to share with you is how AI research can be further enhanced and managed with the good quality data, with good practices and all. So I am Anjali Diwan, as mentioned. One moment, please. Yeah. So this is my journey. I have started my career around 24 years back, and I have gone through software industry. I worked for software industry for 3, 4 years, and then I came to academia. I did my PhD, and most of my research area is computer vision, AI, machine learning. I teach all these subjects for graduate and postgraduate students. So today, I'm going to share with you about IEEE DataPort and how IEEE DataPort can become a valuable tool for you for data sharing, data management, and most importantly, research in AI, uh, project work in AI, and so on. So IEEE DataPort is a platform which is basically, you all are aware about IEEE. I guess everyone is IEEE member here. So IEEE DataPort is a platform proposed or run by IEEE. It started in somewhere in 2016, and since then it is gradually, increasing, developing. Currently, IEEE DataPort is having more than 9,000 data sets on different domains, and you can name almost all domains are there in which we have data sets. Almost 33 plus domains currently we have in which we have good quality data sets. So IEEE DataPort, what exactly it will provide you? So IEEE DataPort will give you a platform where you can share your data set. So there are two things which can be done. First thing, you can get a well curated data set, well organized data set submitted by some researchers. All the information is there about the data set, and you can contact with those who has submitted that. So it is not some anonymous data set available on some XYZ platform. So this is well curated data set which you are going to get for your domain, whatever it may be, the domain in which you are working. For example, NLP, or you're working on computer vision, or you're working in IoT, whether you're working in cybersecurity, network security. So all different healthcare industry, etc. So the data set is available. Now, how these data sets are actually gathered here? So here, you cannot submit the data. I mean, you cannot just simply upload a data set. Basically, you have to submit it. So if you want to publish a data set, so all the data set available here are published data set. So if I want to publish my data set, I have to make a 2-page metadata, and then I have to submit that metadata for the review. It is a minor review kind of process where everything is checked, whether the data is properly curated, whether labeled, everything. And based on that information, it will be selected. After selecting the data, they will provide you a link to upload it. And then at the moment you upload it, and after that you will get a DOI, date of publication, right? And with the DOI, whenever anyone want to use your data set, they have to basically cite your work. So no one can use your data set with consent. And if they are using for research purpose, they have to cite. If they want to collaborate with you on that particular work, they can contact you because your information is there. So this is the basically front page. And at the end of the presentation, I will take you to the live website and tell you how the different things can be, accessed here. So what are the services which is basically provided? for you. So I'm saying that data set will be published. Fine. It means the data sets copyright will be with you. And if you're going through your university, it means if your university is a subscriber of IEEE data, then you will be the port. Data port is a data management platform, right? Where you can manage your data, you can publish your data, you can keep your data. So it is a cloud storage service that will be provided by IEEE Dataport, right? And then there is a web interface which will be provided by IEEE Dataport. By this interface, basically you are going to download and upload the data, right? Third, different kind of data analytics. We are including analysis of data as well. Very soon you are going to get that information on your on the website also. You can connect, obviously different universities are there. So whenever someone is submitting, they have to declare their university, their organization, their email, etc. So all the information will be there. The person who is having the data set. So for example, you are a user, you are a student or a researcher, or you're a professor who want to give your student a good kind of data set for their work, then you can download it, you can give it to them, you can connect with them because their information is there. If you have any query, you can definitely discuss with them. And sometime, which I have seen, that many people are collaborating to this platform because of the data set and common research interest. Many government agencies are also having connection. Like we are currently in conversation with one of the leading government data set, you can say a company which is actually owned by the government of India. They are having all smart city data sets. They are having one good repository of a smart city data set, including CCTV camera, waste management, etc. Different things are there. And IEEE Dataport is in terms with them to collaborate with them. We can provide that user with other scholars, other people around the world, so that they can also work on, different environment and different environmental data sets. So this kind of facilities are talking about the type of data, what kind of data set you can upload. So there are different formats are allowed in our portal, which you can submit. Like if you have a video data set, you can upload image, CSV files, audio files, any different formats. So there is a whole number of range of formats which can be used to submit your data. Now, next question comes whether it is accessible for everyone or not. So before explaining the different aspect of IEEE Dataport, let me explain how and who can access it. So if you are an IEEE member with membership, you can use your login credential and you can access the IEEE Dataport. So you use the same IEEE login credential for Dataport website, and then you can immediately become member of IEEE Dataport, right? Just single line process is there. What kind of data you can download? IEEE Dataport is same as IEEE Explore, where some data sets are open access and some data sets are available on the subscription. So all the IEEE members with society membership can access all the open access data set. Whatever it may be the domain, all the open access data set they can access and download. About subscription data set, they have to take a subscription. Okay, if you are not an IEEE member, in that case, you can directly take the IEEE Dataports membership. That is nominal, not very expensive, just $40 for a year. And you can download any data set, all data set available on the IEEE DataPort platform, all 9,000 plus data set is available to you. If you are taking direct membership of IEEE DataPort, that is the, these are the different things. Now, there is a third option. This is individual subscription option. Second option is institute subscription. So if your institute is subscribing for IEEE DataPort, same as IEEE Explore, where institute subscribes to Explore, then different people from the institute, professors, students can access the data from Explore. Similarly, if your institution, your university is subscribing the IEEE DataPort, everyone within that university or institution can access the data sets. Now, about uploading data. So, as a member, either through individual subscription or through institution subscription, you can get the access of uploading the data, right? It means publishing data. So for that, if you are an individual subscriber like me, I'm an IEEE member and society member, so I immediately the moment I create an account in DataPort, it means I can upload as big as 2 terabyte of data in IEEE DataPort. If you are not an individual subscriber, you are getting this subscription through the institute. So institutes are or university. So they are having another type of packages, like they can get 10 TB of storage space, and that 10 TB can be used by multiple users of the same university, right? So multiple professors, students, scholars can publish their data set. There is no limitation on number, like, okay, no 10 data set can be published or anything. So they have 10 TB of storage space, they can utilize it. If one scholar is requiring 3 TB, he can access 3 TB data, he can upload it, publish it, and keep it, right? So in this way, basically, one can get the exposure of IEEE DataPort. Now you can see the screen. This is the front page of the screen of the IEEE DataPort. So other than dataset, you can see here there are dataset tab. It is a very simplistic platform. So dataset tab, if you click here, you can explore and access different type of dataset, and with keyword you can search them. Then there is a data submission. For submission, you can click here. There is a drop down format will be available, and you can upload that. And the third and very interesting thing about IEEE DataPort is dataset competitions or DataPort competitions. Anyone can initiate a competition. For example, some conference organizer want one competition related to their theme. Like recently we did, I have, that example I have included in the further slide. So any conference organizer can organize a competition. Any data owner, it means the someone who published their data set can define a competition around their data set, and they can organize a competition here. Any student branch or any organizational unit of IEEE, student branch section, chapter, society chapter, anyone can organize this kind of competition. For that, there is a simplistic form is available. You have to fill the form, you have to identify the data, you have to identify the type of evaluation scheme, everything you have to fill in the format, and then you can initiate the competition in IEEE DataPort itself. So you don't have to go somewhere else, you can host it here itself. Like you can get the registration here, you can call the solutions here, and then you can do the judgment, etc. Right? So let me share few of the very recently submitted but highly viewed data set. Very few examples I have included here. For example, here is one data set from Technical University Munich that is 60 gigahertz FMCW radar gesture data set. So through radar gesture recognition is actually done over here. This data set is in April 25, and till downloads are there. You can see a number of views are less than number of downloads. It is because the data set is having different within one folder they have different subfolders and subcategories. So data port is counting everything. So if you have different classes of folders, each download will be counted and statistics will be maintained for you to explore for your own data set. So more than 12,000 data set download is done for this particular data set. Similarly, you can see this is another data set, which is submitted by Texas AM University. This is Unified Multimodal Network Intruder Detection System. So it is like intruder detection system for the network. And this is also not very old. It is submitted in 2024. October 2024, and it is, you can see that they this is also having very good number of views and downloads. Another one data set, it is from another domain, that is radiometric thermal UAV image for wildlife management. You know that in US, how people, get affected because of the wildlife fire. So this data set is related to that. It is also submitted in the month of December 2024. And this is submitted by US Forest Services and Salmon's University. You can see they are also having very good number of views and downloads within very short span of time. So you can see these downloads are, if they are going to use these data sets, they have to submit, I mean, they have to cite your work, right? So if you are submitting or someone is submitting data set over here, they are going to get very good view throughout the across the world, because people like us who are actually looking for good data set, because every researcher is either looking for good data set or they are making their own data set because they are not getting the good diverse data set by openly available. So there are various reasons for creating your own data set, and this is one of the reason. I was just discussing about data competition. There are various data competitions are happening across the world. If you log in into IEEE DataPort website, you will see that there every month, every now and then, new competition is being published in IEEE DataPort site. So this competition is recently finished. This competition was organized with the Sensor Council's flagship conference, FLEPS, that is Flexible Electronic Conference. This is very specific conference, and believe me, they have got very good data set for that kind of approach. So they have had one hackathon, wearable hackathon. So wearable sensors, the data set is there. They have provided this problem definition. We announced it on the platform. Then we got solution across the world. There were two level of screening. One level was done online, and second level was done in person. So that in-person competition was held in the month of June last week. I was also present there. So I saw a very good solution. People came with very good solution, and the persons who are presenting that, the most important aspect, which I actually liked as an academician, as a professor, that BTech students, undergraduate student are coming up with such a good solution, such a good, products, etc. So they were presented their work, and of course, a few people won the prize money. We had a prize money also for this. So they won the prize money. They also got, thanks to the conference organizers, they also got the transportation allowance. So their travel was partially managed. So in this way, this kind of competitions can be organized. So there are lots of benefits of having your data set on the DataPort platform. first thing is you can get more number of citations. You can get, if you know, go through the different data set, you can access the other researchers' data set. You can um, connect, you can network. Your work, if you are submitting, you will get a global exposure. You can even meet some funding agency requirements, right? Because you will get some good citations, you will get some good visibility of your work. Then funding agencies are also look into all this kind of things where you can get benefit. Your institution will save cost on having their own storage mechanism, and you can also, you will be free from having some own storage. For example, if I think about my work, most of the time my data is very high because it is video data. I'm working on computer vision image processing, so sometimes high dimensional images, videos, etc. So we require something where we can keep our data safe and secure, as well as it is visible to others. They can contribute, they can work, they can collaborate, etc. So now it comes that we all are working related to AI, right? And what is the most important aspect of AI? So I was talking about the platform. Now let's try to understand um, what is the main requirement of high quality project in AI model. If you want to develop an AI model, right? So we know very well that data is going to affect your model very much, right? If you have a poor data, if you have a biased data, you are going to face the consequences. It means your model is going to produce the result, which may be not now, maybe later on will have some kind of issues, right? It means people can say that, okay, this model is not generating the accurate response, or it is not generating the accurate output, right? So that's why in AI research, data is going to play a crucial role, and we know it very well. So what are the different characteristics in general on which we focus as a data that it, you know, um, if you see, we can't say that, okay, this is a bad data, this is a good data. It is about the perspective, what you need, what your problem definitions requirement is. But there are certain things which is to be taken care. For example, it should be comprehensive. It means it should cover all type of different samples related to that particular problem definition. It should be clean. It means it should be, removed. I mean, you should the data should not have noises. It should not have missing value. It should not have error. This kind of small things should be there. Um, uh, Representativeness. It means it should reflect the target population to avoid any kind of bias. So bias in data has created lots of buzz in the recent past, right? Further, I have added a few examples, and you are also aware about, other than those examples, there are so many other examples where biasing in the data set has created a very bad impact on the outcome of the product. It should come, right? Third thing, it should be well documented. So if data is well documented, the metadata is properly done, labeling is properly done, the context of the data is clear, then it is easy for you to use that particular data set, to understand the data set, and you can tweak the data set according to your requirement, right? But for that, you need to have complete information, complete overall overlook of the data set. So, because IEEE DataPort is providing metadata and follow the metadata standards, and it is, the data is, we try to have kind of data which is well labeled, well maintained properly, right? So, there are few things which, as a AI researcher, we know very well. Uh, there are certain things which should be, should not be avoided, or should be there present in the data set. For example, cleanliness, completeness, the quality of the data, credibility of the data. It must be well defined, validated before publishing, right? So, for example, sensory data, or if you think about medical data, medical domain is such kind of domain where a small error in your data may lead you to the very biased and not appropriate solution, right? So the credibility of the data is very crucial in terms of AI research. So, what exactly IEEE DataPort is supporting you for the AI solution, for a reliable AI solution, how IEEE DataPort supports AI project. So, you can store a diverse peer-reviewed data set like biomedical, sensor, climate, etc. You ensures the reproducibility by linking data set to the manuscript. Now, this is the third option. This is the one of the important research paper, and you have generated some data because during the process of that particular research paper, you can still submit that data set in IEEE DataPort, link that data set with your research paper, your manuscript, and you can get the second citation by that IEEE data set submission. So also because you are connecting with your manuscript, whosoever is going through your data set, they are also having one well written manuscript connected with that data set, which they can use for better understanding, etc. So this data set is not standalone, it is connected with the manuscript also. You can store large scale storage you are going to get. So obviously 2 TB for one individual and 10 TB for university and institutionals are huge. It is a huge space to store. Like wildfire detection AI model trained on IEEE DataPort is very good data set. You can see very high quality labeled and you have seen the screenshot how many downloaded, right? Um, Then, one more thing I would like to inform in this process. Okay, I'll tell that later on maybe. So, what are the challenges and best practices for AI data set? We know that if the data set is very small, it will tend you to the overfitting. If it is unbalanced classes are there, then it may create the bias prediction. What are the good thing? What are the best practices? You have sufficient data set which is validated. So you have well validated data set. Now, how to validate it? You mean to say how you can say that it is a validated data set? I'll tell you, you can publish a research paper on your data set. I'm not talking about the research experiment you have done. You can write about the data set and publish it on IEEE data description. So IEEE data description is a well-known journal of IEEE where you can submit about your data set, not about how it performed or what experiment you have done, not about that, about the data set. You're going to describe the data set and that you can validate that data set. Okay. You can also, leverage the data competition around your data set. You can get more solutions, you can get more informations, you can connect with the others. So you can also design one data competition around your own data set and crowdsource your robust solution around your data set. That is also one thing. You can also, adopt an FAIR principle, findable, accessible, interoperable, reusable data set. So as much as we want open data, so that you can reproduce some more good work here. If we think about what are the critical challenges which can be handled, like bias amplification. So we know that there are so many cases happened during during the journey of AI, where data set, because of the data set, some historical or sociological biases are created. One example is hiring AI, hiring through AI agent by the Amazon. It was very much criticized because it was biasing towards the female candidates, etc. So it was noticed, and then it was, taken back, and but it was, launched in such a way that, okay, now we are providing a very good solution, but unfortunately it did not work. So, labeling a subjective, like if you cannot label it properly, because humans are creating annotations, right? Especially if you think about critical tasks like medical imaging. So, in medical imaging, labeling is very important. If you label that differently, then the outcome is going to affect very badly, right? And in medical, we cannot afford 1% of false negative also. False positive is okay up to certain extent, but false negative is very, very dangerous. If you think about the cancer patient imagings, how it going to affect it. So it is going to affect very badly, and that's why it is very important to label is very properly and consistently. So another thing is data drift in the real world deployment. This is one of the problem, especially when you go to the real world solution. We train our model with a set of data set, and when the real world data is coming, then there is a sometimes, if it is not properly curated and balanced, then a very strong drift is shown in the result. So many times it happens if you are into consultancy, or your students are working on this kind of models where they are providing solution to others, you find it that after initial testing, you see that drift, and then you have to modify the solution, etc. So, yes, definitely, the most important aspect for which we are, debating a lot, that is ethical practices. So, data set is going to affect the ethical practice very badly. Anyone can utilize it for their, to 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 showcase their beliefs. So sometimes, ethical practices like privacy, etc., is also very important. And when you are using some data set which doesn't follow this, that it will be difficult. In IEEE DataPort, all the research is published by someone, right? Your name, your university, your institution, your company is already there. So the data set, whatever you are downloading from the IEEE DataPort, you can say that it is having some credibility, some good information connected, and that's why it is bad, right? Of course, cost of high quality data set. So, IEEE is providing you high quality data set in almost no cost, because you are already IEEE member, society member, and sometimes you can pay for it. Like you take a university subscription, your university is subscribing, then you can download as many data as you want. So these are the two examples. All of us are well aware about these two examples. IBM Boston for oncology failure, that particular project, it is failed because of the synthetic data, and Amazon's biased hiring tool, which was biased toward the female employees, etc. So that, that was also very much criticized. So this kind of major, companies and giants are becoming victim of biased data and unclear data, right? Not properly labeled data. So we are into the world where it is very difficult to take a decision, like what data is good, what data is not good. So that's why, choosing a proper data resource is very important. What future directions you can do as a researcher or as a student, is you can work on having or generating, you can contribute in having good data set. So you can contribute in providing good data set. You can connect with the platform like IEEE DataPort, where we are crowdsourcing the data sets. One more very important thing which I should mention, that the copyright of your data set will be with you only. That is the most important aspect, right? So you are submitting, publishing your data set, and you are the owner of it. Dataport is not taking anything. They are just simply managing your data, right? So, second best thing about it, which I should say is, so this thing actually I already covered, that IEEE member can be part of IEEE data port. So let me skip this. Yes, global reach, you can have visibility, and these are the different domains. Just enlisted some of the domains where report, can have is having data sets. Uh, Now, as an individual, you may ask, as an individual, what is the benefit for me? So if I'm a researcher, I want world to see my work, right? And how people will recognize me that I'm a good researcher if I'm getting a good number of citations. The citation is just not a figure, it is the recognition basically. When someone else is referring your work, when someone else is mentioning your work in their own research findings, when someone is citing your work, it is a kind of a recognition you are getting. With one work you can get three citation. How? You make a data set, right? Submit it into IEEE data port, and you will get the citation for it. Second, you are making that data set, that work to do some solution. So when you find the solution, you are going to write a research paper on that particular data related to that data set. Then you submit it in some journal, and then you get a another citation. Now, IEEE data description, which is actually initiated by IEEE Dataport and now independently working. So, IEEE data description is a magazine where, or journal, sorry, it is a journal where you can submit about the data set, right? So third citation you are getting from IEEE data description. So in this way, with one work, we can have multiple citations, multiple visibility, and you are the owner of your research because you have already got the citation for it. You are getting huge number of storage space so that you can have your data submitted over there, right? So what you can say, what are the key takeaway from IEEE data port? So you can say that it is one stop data hub, data solution. You can download data set, you can publish data set, you can have different formats. You have DOI for citation. It is trusted by many AI researchers. The person who are submitting are also researchers. So we have more than 9,000 plus peer-reviewed data set across 33 plus domains. We have ensured reproducibility, diversity, and bias mitigation. We drive innovation by hosting the competition, crowdsourcing the solution, etc. It boosts your citation and collaboration opportunity via sharing the open data. It is cost effective because if you want to take the membership of IEEE Report, it's just $40, right? And $40 is nothing much. It is not big. So you can, it is a cost-effective ethical solution, right? So these are another things which one person can think about, the things which I've already mentioned. So these are the things you can take as benefit for IEEE data board. Also, suppose institution is taking subscription, they are also getting benefits because their institutions are also worldwide recognition. They are going to get different solution, etc. So these are the things, these are the key aspects which I would suggesting. If I have any, we have, um, keep updating our competitions and data set and related information periodically. So you can visit our website and look into that. I don't know whether I have sufficient time or not. I have, I think, sufficient time. So let me share my tab and um, I'll share my screen again. I will give a demo of
Yep.
share screen. Yes.
All right. Let's thank
I will.
Diwan, Professor Diwan. Thank you. The floor is open for questions. Yes.
Okay. So, is there any questions?
Yes.
I would like.
Hold on a second. We have one question at least, or two questions. Give us.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. It's not the first time that I heard the DataPort. One thing that you said is, of course, it's useful to have all the data in just one place. The thing is that sometimes, like if you work in healthcare, real data, part of the data has to be private, cannot be shared. Is possible with DataPort have part of the data not shared? Because else you have to have one place to open data and another place for the data that cannot be open for all. So
Yeah.
the question, if it is possible to have the data private.
Yes, you can choose. You can choose what part of the data you want to make public and what part of the data you want to keep hidden, right? So you can make different folders, and then you can say that, okay, this part I don't want to make public, and you can hide it because you don't want to share that particular data. Yeah, definitely you can do it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The next question.
Hello. Thank you for the very useful presentation because I'm now this moment I'm uploading a data set in DataPort. So you gave me a lot of useful information. One thing I want to ask is, because I have also my personal account on IEEE and also the university account. So I started uploading the data from my account, but is there some difference if is there some reason that maybe through the university account it will be better, it will be more visible or more permanent? This is actually my concern. If I, for some reason, stop being a member in IEEE, is it going to be deleted, this data set, or it will remain there forever, let's say?
I'm trying to somehow I'm not able to understand question properly, but probably you are asking if I'm not wrong. So whether you can publish your data set as a from the personal account is better or through institute, right?
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. So it depends. It depends. For example, I am a IEEE member. I have my credentials. I can upload up to 2 TB. Fine, I can do it by my account. Suppose I have a second data set, right, which I want to publish. So for that, I have to take extension of the presentation, right? I can get only 2 TB of storage for one data set. So for the second data set, if I want to do it, I have to purchase. I mean, I have to take a subscription of IEEE DataPort. In place of that, I can do it from my university as well. In that condition, what will happen? All the data set which is submitted from the university will be published by your name only, not by the university's name, but in the same, you can say kind of same folder, or you can say kind of same tag that this university data set is there. So the owner of the data set will be you only, right? But only that they will tag that particular university because your university is purchasing that subscription, right? And because they are providing you this, so that's why their name will be there. But the owner of the data set will be you only. The copyright will be with you only.
Okay, thank you. I understand. Thank you.
Very good. Do we have any other question from the audience? Please join me in thanking once again Professor Diwan. Thank you so much.